The presentation will be carried by me, Yuanqi and Zhou Hanrui. We believe that the new PTA needs to include multiple objectives so that monetary policy can comprehensively consider various factors, make a balance based on the current situation, and promote sustainability economic development. The current PTA is mainly to maintain the CPI between 1% and 3% and support maximum system employment.
According to statistics, the current inflation rate is nearly 7%, which far exceeds our expected range. As we all know, high inflation will lead to higher price levels, lower consumer purchasing power, and even cause financial market turmoil. So monetary inflation can keep price stable and boost the economy. Therefore, we must continue to control inflation as the main goal. The next goal is to maintain maximum sustainable employment without creating more inflation. As can be seen from the two tables, the unemployment rate keeps a low level of around 6.7%, except for the special period of the epidemic. This indicates that the current PTA is effective, hence we need to continue to support a healthy and resilient job market. Is there any question?
The question is, what is the key measure to control inflation?
I think the central bank could increase OCR, making borrowings more expensive and encourage people to save, which would help bring down overall inflation.
Thank you.
As a small urban economy, New Zealand is susceptible to fluctuations in the exchange rate in both domestic price and economic activities, as currency depreciation will make imported goods more expensive, but it also reduces the purchase price of overseas consumers to stimulate exports. The strength of currency will lead to a country's trade deficit or trade surplus. Therefore, it's extremely important to maintain the sustainability of the exchange rate, and we can introduce relevant policies to stabilize the exchange rate change. Is there any questions?
The question is, will there be any potential risk?
Yes. For example, positive currency risk premium shock may damage exports and domestic stock price, also including the natural disasters, weather events, and so on, which will all have an impact on the economy. Also, the problems associated with the climate will be discussed in the following slide.
Okay, let's move on.
With central banks and financial regulators supporting a low-carbon economy, there is need for large-scale government oversight and regulations to increase citizens' awareness of the need to reduce carbon emissions and promote sustainable development by incorporating climate considerations into monetary policy objectives. The inclusion of ESG factors in the PTA have a positive impact on global coordinations and climate change, also can maintain the stability of financial institutions and economic of sustainability to achieve the goal of reducing carbon emissions and to consistent with the Paris Agreement. Is there any questions?
The question is, what will be the impact of climate target policies?
We must consider environmental considerations and develop policy to promote a low-carbon economy and environmental sustainability. This may allow us to adjust our previous models operandi. Okay.
Thank you.
Many believe that over time, the frequency or severity of extreme weather events may increase. When climate change impacts macroeconomic and financial stability, effective monetary policy can serve as a form of insurance to maintain financial stability. For example, persistent heavy rainfall could severely affect the financial position of insurance companies, and by adjust monetary policy, it could ensure that they do not go bankrupt in a crisis. Is there any question?
The question is, will multiple targets lead to higher costs?
Adding a new target policy will add the internal investment, but in the long run of the cost will fall over time. At the same time, the benefits of environmental change policy are far greater than the cost.
Thank you. Overall, the new PTA must contain multiple objectives for monetary policy. At the same time, adding climate change objectives is essential in the current economic situation. Thank you for your listening.